for me, it's not about money. Like, I got money. I got plenty of money. I never thought I'd be a pro boxer 5 years ago. It's one of those ones where I beat Logan Paul. You know, I fight a journeyman. I fight Jake or whoever. And then I keep going. And then all of a sudden, there might be an opportunity where I do fight someone for a world champion.
So we're in a camp where we're surrounded by the top guys in the sport. That's going to make a difference.
Making sure when I come into this next fight, I'm just levels above anything anyone ever thought. I'm a fucking machine. You can't fucking move me. I'd say with the last time I was tentative. I was just avoiding shit. Now I'm not afraid to get hit. Now I'll stare you in the face and be like, you punched me and I did fuck all. Now I'm going to punish you for that. Logan's going to see that and it's going to scare the shit out of him.
If Logan was ever going to beat JJ, it would have been in that first fight.
Watching him fight is the worst. Like the Weller fight, I thought he was losing.
I'm training like a killer. You're not ready for this. I'm literally a completely different boxer. We assume that he's going to come out quite strong. So he's going to go ham for maybe round 1, round 2. If that doesn't work, then he's fucked.
This week on the True Geordie podcast, KSI, Viddal Riley, Simon Minter, first time as well.
Hello.
Appreciate it, lads. The first time we ever did a podcast together, I was in some little shithole not far from here. And I remember he was telling the stories about like, oh yeah, if someone starts in the nightclub, I just get my bodyguard onto them. And now I'm like, he's about to go and fight this fucking big bastard Logan Paul and punch his face in if you have your way. And it's like, you're a different person.
Yeah, I mean, I've changed a lot in the past few years, man.
It's fucking mental.
But it's sick. I enjoy it. Like, boxing training, it's just like, it's giving me like a new life, mentally, it's just freshened me up, I feel.
How you known him since day one? How different are we saying he is at the moment?
I mean, I've known him since year 7, where he was a little kind of fat nerd.
When you used to hold his camera for him.
Yeah.
No, this was like 5 years before that.
Wow.
Yeah, he's changed drastically. Some for the better.
I don't think a lot of our old school friends wouldn't even believe like I'd be able to do this.
No.
They'll look at me and be like, this is ridiculous. Like how I'm now fighting on a pro card.
Even I think that, mate. And and when I met you, I was like, "This, what you've done is ridiculous." But even I'm like, I never expected this. This is
a big
mental.
transition. That's a mad
What have you
transition.
done, Viddal? What have you created?
Monsters. That's what I do, isn't it?
Killers.
You're getting on the plane tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Do you feel like, because you've been saying to me, this is when the real work starts. This is where we're turning
It's true,
it up.
because now we're getting the experts in.
All right.
So, me and Leon have built a machine, you can say, to a certain point, and now we're taking it to the experts to take it to the next level.
Jeff Mayweather specifically.
And Stitch, even the little things, how you wrap your hands, warming up, and the strength and conditioning, the exercises that are specific to world champions, they use the same system, so it's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
And, he won't even realize how lucky he is yet, but
I've been buzzing, man. I've been buzzing to go Vegas. There's too many distractions.
It's something
here,
different
man.
as well. You haven't even been boxing that long, so when you realize after 2 fights you got world championship coaches moving at a fast rate.
Yes.
Because Jeff coached the big Shannon Briggs.
Let's go, Tramp.
So it's like, this is such a weird thing where you've got the coach of Logan.
We should mention how he. Well, you can.
Oh, mate, I want to know. I want to fucking know.
What I said in my video about that. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, Jeff trained Shannon Briggs to win his first world title. Yeah. And then after that fight, Shannon left Jeff. So Jeff trained Shannon's first defense opponent and took the belt back off Shannon.
And it's like, and could he do it again to him? Because this is his boy now.
Of course.
Imagine this would be like even worse revenge. Because now Shannon's building himself into a whole new identity as a coach.
Yeah, because he's not really known as a fighter. He's known as a personality.
Yeah.
No one Googles him for fights. It's just like trolling Klitschko. That's his main claim to fame.
His personality is what made him. But this is the thing: when you watch his fights, he was a bad man, to be fair. He probably
dangerous.
still would be.
He was dangerous. And
33 first-round knockouts. He was
37,
fucking dangerous, yeah.
37.
37? His Wikipedia's wrong.
One thing I did say, though, is this other guy who fought, he went after him in the first round, and he weathered the storm. And then the guy just got in the third round, just finished him off. And he was brutal in that first round. But if you could get past it,
then exactly everything settles down. Then you really see who's more skillful. At the beginning, it's just like athleticism. Who's more powerful? Who's explosive? After that, it's actually who learned something that's going to get you through.
Do you feel like that's a bit of a tell for the Logan situation? You know what I mean?
We'll see.
Because when I seen Logan
don't do that to me.
the other day, I walked up to him in the locker room. I was like, "All right, mate." He didn't look like the same Logan from a year ago who was vegan and like quite lean. He looked like my size but without the fat. I was like, fuck, dude, you look huge. And in my head, like, I've got a lot of respect for you for fighting a kid who's that much bigger than you, because he's naturally a fucking massive kid.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking huge. So
but I feel like it's not important. I don't know.
No, it's like, that's why it's a sport, because put it this way, like the heavyweight division wouldn't exist if a few kilos made a difference.
Well, Andy Ruiz is living proof.
This is what I'm saying. You got like David Haye box value with, and they were like 4 stone apart. But so of course he's a bigger person, but I've seen loads of big people get knocked out, so it's fine.
Fuck me. Like that press conference was intense. I think, to be fair to Logan, he brought his best yet, because it was so shit in the last London press conference for him. He was like, I've got to fucking turn up this time.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't do any worse than that, to be honest.
You basically did stand-up comedy the first time. It was like Dave Chappelle. Do you know what I mean? But there's a little bit of a video of you sort of rolling your shoulders and sort of frowning at one point, and people are sort of reading into that of, he's not as confident this time. And yet Con, our cameraman, messaged me and he was like, I've never seen JJ more confident ever. Like, he's like, this is the Joe Weller confidence.
Well, I mean, with that little clip, I literally couldn't hear what he was saying. Like, me and Viddal, we were literally just like, what is he saying?
I was just yelling, hoping people heard me.
The crowd was so loud. That's the one thing that on the Sky broadcast, they turned the crowd down to hear us. You couldn't hear fucking. You were answering questions. I'm like, I hope that was good. Like, I had no idea. So how's training going so far?
Yeah, good. Like, I feel good. I feel ready to go Vegas, and just pretty much the icing on the cake right now. Going to Vegas, literally just topping up everything we know, and just going to town. Like, I'm ready for how Logan's gonna fight. And even if he switches it up, like, I'm ready. Like, whereas before, his jab was a huge problem. I've cancelled that now. Like, I know I'm going to be able to just get past that. And then if he wants to throw something else, I'll be able to get past that as well. So, you've got a game plan, we have a game plan, of course. We have a game plan with what we're going to do.
You have to have more than one game plan.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the game plan, is to have more than one game plan, because boxing changes at any time, so we can't go in there like, I'm gonna do this. It's like, okay, and what if I stop that? Then what you're gonna do, just look at me and win? You have to have multiple things. So that's what the camp's about, really.
One of my main worries was when you went on tour. I was like, oh fuck, like
that's a lot of pizza.
No, because
he didn't ask for my permission. I'm just saying.
No, but as his mate, like, this guy's going into a fight, and you're like, this guy's going on tour. It's probably not the best fucking thing before you fight.
Yeah, but he was coming home and like working out still constantly.
I think that's part of it, is actually because you've been so private. And then you only see you on tour. No, everyone just assumes, he must be not doing anything.
Well, I mean, they've seen footage of me just being fat and just like being a meme, etc. So, like, I haven't shown much footage, and I think that's a lot. That's how people are basing everything on.
Yeah,
I think right now Logan's the favorite. Betting
wise, he is the favorite, and I think part of that is the size of the guy.
Well, his size and what he's shown. Like, I've hardly shown anything. Like, and I can guarantee you, like, I'm completely different to how I fought Logan in the first fight. But obviously, I don't want to show as much as I did last time, because I felt like that was my downfall. I showed him too much, and that's why I was able to do so well in the first few rounds. So.
Like, when he went on tour, his physical condition went down, but that doesn't mean that his IQ went down. You still have as much time to learn. It's just that, why do I physically need to be in shape to fight? If I don't know I'm fighting, I might as well do something else. But he still can learn the game in the background. So now he's just getting the physical side, and go
Tyson
back in
Fury
and prove
style.
the rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Were you in a relationship last fight?
Yeah.
Are you single now?
No, I'm still in a relationship.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
yeah,
I just wondered if that would have affected anything.
Oh, really? No.
Because Logan was saying when he was on, he was like,
Yeah.
I'm single. It's much better being single. It's just harder to give you time. Because your time management is going to be fucking hard going when you're in fight mode.
If anything, I think it's better being in a relationship because I don't go out as much. Yeah, I feel like before, like every time I'd always want to go out to try and get girls because I'd be single, blah blah blah. Whereas now I'm like, there's no point. Like I've already got a girlfriend. It's calm. So I just
That sounded mad.
But she's not coming to you with that in two.
I know, she's not going to Vegas. No.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
No way.
Did you ever talk about
No
sex
way.
before a fight? Because apparently Shannon is a big proponent
Shannon's a
of-
chastity belt kind of guy. Do you know what I mean?
He's like, no.
He's like basically, Shannon, I suppose if Shannon is your trainer, it's like a mental chastity belt the whole time because you're like, if I fuck anyone, he's going to punch me.
Yeah.
What's it like for you?
I think that their relationship is. I think Logan is the one wearing the pants.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
for sure.
I think
for sure.
he controls how much he wants to train
Right.
and how much he wants to do. And when he's there, like, okay, this is tough. I'm good here.
Yeah.
I think I
Shannon
agree.
is going
I
to
think-
be
I
like,
think
yeah,
that
this
as
is
well.
good.
Well, do we think that because of where Shannon's career is, he sort of needs Logan?
Yeah, like I think Shannon cares more about being irrelevant. Not saying that like with any intention, but I think he.
Is that because he hasn't been relevant in 5 years?
Yeah, I didn't say it.
Where'd you get that
said it.
impression?
You said it. I didn't say it.
Literally.
So I
could
feel
believe
like-
when the title of your video popped up, it was like, you could get naked, motherfucker.
Oh my
I'm
god!
Well, I needed
Wow.
a different title and it's personal, so it's cool.
It is getting a bit heated between you two.
Nah,
you're winding
I'm
him
not
up
taking it
big
personal.
time.
I'm not taking it personal. Like if he's taking it personal, that's on him. I'm not.
Well, he
I'm not
looked like
carrying
he was
that
quite
energy.
aggravated. There was a minute where I was in between these two on stage going, fucking hell, I hope it doesn't get worse.
The t-shirt part.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it started getting a bit heated. That's when he asked me to get naked.
There was a moment where he was like, you know, when an old man just can't take a joke the way a young man can, and he's getting a little bit. I thought, especially when you're like, Leon's just literally throwing
Leon had a nice little dodge at the end as well. You see him at the end of the video, proper flies past him. Like, I respect that one.
So how regimented is it?
Yeah.
Like right now, like what are your days like?
Well, you tell him.
Well,
how
I
the days
mean,
are, and then I'll just
so
clean
like,
it up.
well, I'd say compared to the last fight, like, I mean, you know, you even said I didn't train as much. Or I didn't train.
Yeah, the
as
last
hard.
fight I was telling him to train more. 'Cause
Really?
Yeah.
Compared to the Joe fight, the Joe fight was like 90%. Then I think the Logan fight was like 70%.
Really?
And now he's
Yeah.
back at like he's 110% now.
Yeah, like
I barely see him.
Was it because the Joe fight was so personal? And it
I
was
think
such
I
an
think so. I think
And it was the first fight, so you know when
Yeah.
it's the first one, you really want to prove like, okay, I can fight, I can fight. And then when it comes down to the second one, you're like, okay, I've proven I'm the
Yeah.
man, and like, who's this guy? And then you get like a little bit of complacency, and then it changes things.
Well, I looked at the schedule and like
It didn't even
last year,
compare,
and
like,
fam,
didn't compare
I
at
didn't
all.
train as hard as I should have, man. Like I was just doing too much other random stuff, like filming or just going to festivals, etc.
Is that because you just felt like you had it? 'Cause you
Yeah,
used to
I
go-
think
Yes, I don't
because
know,
obviously I was like, oh, Logan's never boxed before. Maybe he's trained for like 2 months. I've been training for almost a year. I've got this. Like I don't even really need to go hard. And then that's, I guess, why I was a bit stumped in the first 2 rounds. I was like, Rod, he's actually like showing some boxing skill here. And then obviously like my experience came through in the end. But I think after that, I was just like, oh, I can't take this lightly. Like I have to like go hard now this time. Like I know there's going to be a rematch. So that's why as soon as that happened, I was like, Leon, let's start training. Like
Yeah, I believe,
V was,
honestly
like,
believe.
busy.
Sorry to cut you, bro,
Yeah,
but I
no,
honestly believe like if Logan was ever gonna beat JJ, it would have been in that first
In that
fight.
first
That
fight,
that
yeah.
was his opportunity.
was-
What's the
biggest.
logic based on that, bro?
JJ's complacency mixed with Logan's intense training made for an even fight. Because
Yeah.
whilst one guy's chilling, the other guy's working hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, boom, you meet me at a balance. Now he's alerted the guy that was ahead of him to make steps to run ahead, and that's exactly what's gonna happen.
There's another side of that.
Yeah,
In the words of
let me hear
Lawrence,
this.
is Logan didn't have as much training then, and now he's going to have a lot more training, and maybe this is going to give him an edge in the next fight. We're going to fucking find out, and honestly, I can't wait.
But this is why it's happening.
Yeah.
Because if we knew
Yeah.
who was gonna win by just guessing, who would want to watch it?
I feel like whatever happens, we're getting a decisive win in the next one because there can be no more like
No head guards.
no, but
Eddie Hearn literally is the only guy who keeps going, concussion for everyone. Like, that's what he keeps shouting.
yeah, but I just think it is going to be very clear because there's so much time that you've had to train and learn boxing. One person is just going to be, forget the athletes, you're both athletes, like you're both beasts, to be fair, like. And I said that to Logan. I was like, I know you're strong, but JJ's got this fucking freak stamina that you just can't buy that. It's just in you, and it is just going to come down to who's the better boxer, like,
And who's had more or less sex.
who's nutted less in the last.
Who's
month.
nutted less? Yeah,
I'm sure that'll be a factor.
because that was in the Logan podcast. That was what he said. He was like, I had sex with. Was it he who had sex with Chloe, or was it Jake who had sex 2 days before he fought?
Yeah, Jake had sex 2 days before, and that's why he reckons he struggled.
And that's why he reckoned he struggled against Deji. And we were like, well, we can break it down in videos to the other reasons you also struggled. But
Matt Tyson boxed for the heavyweight championship of the world with chlamydia.
And that's such a random fact.
And like,
you're an encyclopedia.
And he knocked the guy out in
Honestly,
3 rounds.
I'd give him chlamydia.
He said
bad enough you get knocked
literally,
out.
he said it in his film. He's like, it was burning, and I thought I had to get him out. Like, I was watching it. I was like, no way.
wow, that is pretty impressive. Do you remember the moment when someone like Eddie Hearn steps in and goes, right, let's make this professional now? Because before everyone was sort of like, nice little YouTubers having a little fight, and then suddenly Eddie Hearn goes, no, let's take it this way,
mate?
Yeah.
Well, Eddie's been, always wanted to be head guards. And I know Liam, my manager, wasn't too keen because he was just like, this is a whole new world. This is going to be a bit more scary. But I was like, let's do it. Like, fuck it. Like, there's no point. Like, I'm just thinking, why would anyone want to watch me versus Logan again with head guards? It's just literally like the same fight. So, like, with everything like I've done, you always have to switch it up. You always have to change something, find a new way or new reason for people to want to watch something. So, making a pro fight was the best I guess idea for it.
Do you remember when he approached, or the first time someone said to you?
I don't know when. I think it was just a long conversation, literally after the first fight. But it was just like back and forth,
right.
And like it was pretty much our team like sawing most of it.
What's that feeling like to have someone like Eddie Hearn be like, I want to be part of this?
I think it's cool. I think it shows like how far the YouTube community has come, like for the mainstream to want to get involved. Like the mainstream got involved with the first one, like a good amount of the mainstream, and now everyone wants to get involved.
Mate, Sky Box Office are sucking you off.
It's literally crazy because they just see the views and they're like,
can't believe
we've never had views like this.
Bazinga's on fucking Sky Sports.
I saw it. I was like, what
They gained 180k
Mental.
subscribers in a week.
It's
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Just the numbers are ridiculous,
Mate.
and
I think you are mental though. Like I think you and Logan are mental because.
but yeah, I mean,
Going
to
on
be in the
TV
position we are, you have to be mental.
You kind of do, but in my head, I'm like, I'm mental. I think I've proven that.
Yeah.
And like, I love how it's
Yeah, it's good. Simon was like, my chance. No, shit.
like roast True Geordie.
Yeah, you're fucked.
And I'm just like, if you're that rich, like this is the thing. You and Logan get a lot of shit off proper boxing fans and all of that, and I'm like, you don't understand. Like these guys are risking it all anyway for no fucking reason other than being number one. Like, there's nothing really. You're going to be rich anyway. Like what boxers strive to do is get in a position where you can make enough money to have your own whiskey or whatever bullshit. You literally are already there and you're still getting in the ring. I don't get it. Like.
I think it's literally you like hit the nail on the head. Like being number one, it's important because it's bragging rights. It literally it's content for years. I'm able to be like, I beat Logan, and I'm able to make videos on that. Like look at what I did to Joe. You know what I mean? Like
I love the fact he has a dry mouth. He's like, watch it. I just replay that.
That's it, legit. I can just be like reacting to the fight again
for the 10th time.
Again. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Guys, I've noticed something new.
What a job that was. Did you see it? I saw it coming.
The commentary was good. But there is that phrase that you always talk about with Mike Tyson waking up in, is it silk sheets?
Yeah, there comes a point where you don't train as hard. That's what a lot of boxers say.
You already woke up in silk sheets, though. Like you were already. I'm not being funny when I say that. Like you were already fine.
We've been to your house. It's huge.
But you were already in silk sheets. So where, like, I know it's all well and good saying like, oh, my motivation comes from being number one, but what is it that gives you that, like, that actual fire?
I think it's just to like see how far I can go and see, like, just how far I can take it. Like, I started as a FIFA gamer, and I started as a little kid, just being like, oh, I want, it'd be sick to make money out of this, and then the opportunity came, and I took it, and I went hard with it. And then I just kept going and kept going. I was like, okay, maybe I can make this a job. And then I worked and worked and worked. And then I was like, oh, okay, like maybe I can go into the music and see how far I can go with that. And I worked and worked. And it's kind of just constantly seeing how far I can go. Like, that's why I tried the movie as well, seeing how far I can go with that. And so on and so forth. And now the boxing is like the next thing. And I'm there like, let's see how far I can take it. Like, I don't see me getting a world champion or being a world champion. Like, I think that's ridiculous. I feel like I've missed the boat, but it's one of those ones where, I beat Logan Paul. I fight a journeyman. I fight another journeyman. I fight Jake or whoever, and then I keep going. And then all of a sudden, there might be an opportunity where I do fight someone for a world champion, and it's kind of like, I mean, it's ridiculous. Trust me, it's ridiculous. But like, you never know. It's one of those things where I never thought I'd be a pro boxer 5 years ago. I never thought that would ever happen. And then, you just, things happen and opportunities come and you just keep going, and then you just see how far you can take it. And right now, it's kind of like, it's not, for me, it's not about money. Like, I got money. I got plenty of money.
I love it. That's a wrap. That looks so sick. That's a wrap for some.
Like, I'll put that percentage up, you cunt.
Give some to that fucking gym. I've seen the state of it. Jesus.
like for me, I could just sit back and just do Simon videos all day and just be calm.
Simon's over there going, why don't you then?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I need more money.
Equal.
But it's just, I don't know, it's exciting just to see like where I can take it. Yeah. And that's why I put in the work. That's why I grind. That's why I sweat hard. And I think personally, for me, I think boxing is like one of the toughest sports in the world, because it's so mentally draining and physically draining, and it's just constant, and you have to think quickly, you have to think smart. It's not just about who can punch the fastest or who can punch the hardest. It's about learning, where your feet are and where you are in the ring, and wondering, oh, why is he jabbing like this? And oh, this is the mistake he keeps doing. Okay, let me capitalize on that, etc. That there's so much to it, and I'm obsessed with that, and I love it. And
before you get in the ring, when you're on the way there, I don't know what happened. I felt in the last fight you weren't as calm as you were in the Weller fight. You were a little bit calmer. Is there a thing that you go through to like maintain that, like? Because you are calm under pressure more than most people I've ever met in my life.
I think it's just practice. It's just like experience. Like, believe it or not, the tour helped so much. Yeah. Like, me going on tour helped tremendously. Like, performing in front of crowds and, not worrying about how, the interaction or just like them disrupting my flow. It was just me being able to just go out there, perform, have a sick show, and then leave and just be like, yeah, that was sick.
People don't understand how weird it is. Like, when I was in front of like all those thousands of people, I don't do that often. It's a weird fucking feeling.
You can tell. Like, I always, whenever I see people, even with the roast, I saw everyone was just shaking. Like, everyone's just nervous, because it's literally a nerve-wracking thing.
To be fair, Lawrence was fucking class. That's
But like, it's kind of like, it's experience. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the better you get at it. And I feel like that's important, because obviously you can be sick, you can be insane behind, when it comes to boxing, sparring and all that, and then when you come to the main stage in front of everyone, you can just shit yourself and just instantly be like, fuck. Like,
that's what happened to Joe, I think, a little
and that's what happened to Fusi as well.
It says when you get hit, it's a shock. You go into shock if you're not used to it, and you take a punch from someone that's out there to hurt you. It can send you into shock, and then happened to Joe and Fuzi.
You've been used to the head guards. Obviously, I've seen you training without a head guard. But I don't imagine you're training with, was it 10-ounce gloves?
Oh, no 10-ounce gloves.
So the night of the fight, is that going to be the first time 10-ounce no head guard? The first time you're going to feel that?
That's the thing. Like,
I don't know. I imagine you probably want to hit me with
it. He's going to feel it a little. I'm not going to crack him with a big right hand with a 10-ounce.
But to the intensity.
No, it won't be to the intensity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On the night when you and Logan get in. for both of you, trying to take each other's head off, it's going to be the first that you'll feel that ferocity.
Well, I mean, I'm planning on not getting hit. Like that's my plan. Like,
good plan.
Yeah, it's just like obviously, you know, it's a boxing fight, you know, and I know I'm going to get hit maybe at one point, but I'm planning on not getting hit and making him suffer through that.
Do you remember the first time you got hit by Logan? Like what your thought was if you were in?
You know, that's a good question. It didn't really affect me. He doesn't have that much power, which is crazy. Yeah, which is
You know they're going to clip the fuck out of that if anything. Sorry, Logan.
Because I remember
I think it's his style, how he punches. He doesn't really put his body into it.
I agree. I must admit, that's one of the things I think technically from the first fight, he definitely doesn't step into it and snap the jab.
Exactly.
It's a lot more of his arm, and the power
punches,
is coming from his arm.
But the reason why he's doing that is to avoid getting hit, just because it makes his range ridiculous.
Well, because he isn't committing fully.
So he's like this far back, and I really have to come in.
I've seen that was
and
a
that's
struggle.
why he wants to be able to counter me.
I think he'll come out with more intention this time.
Yeah.
Well, if Shannon Briggs is anything to go off, I would expect he's going to come in.
He's not going to be as like tentative this time. He will come with a bit more aggression. Like,
and when he did tag you, he didn't follow it up last time. That was a real lack of experience from him.
He just kept it at one pace and then allowed JJ back in the fight.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if you pushed that pace on him from the get-go.
That's it.
We wonder too, don't we?
Man.
We wonder too.
Because your cardio was undisputed.
I was just ready, constantly bouncing
when I say
around.
boxing experts, they critique this fight, I always think like JJ's cardio was actually pro boxer level. Like,
it is.
You don't understand that.
Like, he's not even fight weight. We had sparring yesterday, and his last round was his strongest round. He threw the most punches in the last round.
I can't say I'm surprised.
This is what I'm saying. Like, his conditioning is always up to scratch. It's just getting the mind right, and I
think it's even more crazy because like I'm heavier right now. Like I was 83, 84 with the last fight.
What are you now?
I'm
92, innit?
Yeah,
92.
You look massive. Like, I must admit.
I feel good.
Like, in terms of like you two look the same.
We are the same.
Pretty much.
Pretty the same
I'm
way,
just a little
which is
bit leaner.
mental.
I'm just a little bit leaner.
I remember when I met him.
Put some respect on it, please.
What, you know, the Sidemen, right? This is growing and growing and growing. Fucking millions of subscribers. What is the goal for you two? Like, is it going to be building this into a huge brand?
What, the Sidemen? Well, I don't know.
Is there an end game? Because right now it just seems like keep killing it. But what is it?
By the way, Simon's here.
Yeah, hey.
Well, naturally, it's about his fight, so we're going to talk to him about his fight.
I don't think there is an end goal. I think for JJ, he's obviously got his like boxing, music, and everything. I think for everyone else, YouTube is the main focus. So I think it is literally just see how far we can take it. So the same thing.
You guys have never talked about it. Like, you guys never been like, here's the roadmap, here's the plan.
Not really, because obviously all the American side, they all just look for investment.
Phase and
So,
that.
yeah. Whereas we've spoken about it. We'd be open to it, but it's not. That's not our goal.
Because Sidemen, it's a cool name. Like, I look at it as a brand thing. This could be huge. Like with the right business mind behind it. Not that you guys don't have it, but you know, we're just young guys or whatever. I'm sure there's people out there who could take that and go, let's make it massive.
Doors.
Yeah, I mean, we would be open to that. It's just a thing of, I mean, things keep coming up, like the boxing, for example. So we've been working pretty much every day for the last 2 weeks to get ahead just for this period. So,
you know, your merch.
Yes.
What kind of numbers are we talking? Because interestingly,
looks every day.
Logan delivered some numbers on the last, and I know your numbers will be strong because I see
pressure.
When you guys live stream head to head the press conference, you're getting 5 times his live stream.
I feel like he'd lie though.
I don't know, because when they're on the Forbes list, him and Jake are fucking like 20 million a year.
Well, what did he say?
He said they made 35 million in a single year when they launched Maverick. To be fair,
we don't want to say now.
Well, no, but unfortunately, you're splitting it 7 ways. But Maverick was huge in that year.
Yeah,
I don't think he's lying about that. But I just thought, fuck me, the Sidemen are doing bits. Like, I wonder what they're. I'm not asking for numbers like that, but you know what I mean. Like,
we were, but now
I wonder.
Next question.
If you want to deliver,
I actually don't know an exact amount.
Right.
Okay. He looks.
I'd say
every day.
we're making above 7 figures.
Yeah.
But like.
I would expect so.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's kind of just gradually growing, which I think is probably better rather than a massive spike and then
But that's not consistent.
Yeah, I think we've kind of got like a good brand where it's just constantly growing. We're growing with the audience, and we're
because Logan had his blow up on YouTube 4 years ago, roughly, something like that.
I think he really blew up around a certain video.
Yeah, but in terms of merch,
Yeah.
it was like 4 years ago or something. Whereas we only started last year.
yeah.
So ours is
It's
going
come
on.
a long way in a short space of time. I was just wondering because I don't know, you guys could have your own trainers and fucking clothing label. Like, I know you've got merch, but this could be like.
That's why I feel like that's maybe where we're looking in the future, like to do big opportunity, to take big opportunities like that, and to do collabs with big, like sponsors or big industries, etc.
Is there a reason you've never? Present company accepted. Fuck the guys off and gone on your own because you can make a lot more money on your own. But you've always stayed so loyal
because it's just more fun. I just enjoy it more with my mates.
No, Viddal's laughing at me, but like,
I know it.
No, because real talk, a lot of people wouldn't have done that, and I respect it. But I think
it's just how I've been brought up. Like, when I started the whole me being KSI, blah blah blah. Like, it was just me. But I mean, even then, I was still like, helping my bro out, helping Gujon out, helping Simon.
People forget that.
Helping
Gujon and... I mean, Deji's got fucking 9 million subscribers, for Christ. Like, what have you done? Are you happy with that? Like, the times I watch Deji's videos, I'm like, my God.
Are they related?
I never watch his videos.
What's your relationship like at the moment? Are you talking at all? Or is it just like, let's just leave it at that?
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. Fair play. Fair play.
I mean, we're just.
I'm not digging, mate.
No. It's just it's complicated because it's family. It's just complicated, especially how public it was.
Yeah.
It's never like the best thing, and it just it's one of those ones where over time maybe it'll get better, but right now, we just got.
I'm grateful that stopped.
Yeah.
It got to a point where I was like, "Fuck it, this is uncomfortable."
Yeah, I'm looking at my timeline.
Really bad.
You know when Logan was saying those things on stage and that, like, are you just? I mean, you couldn't hear half of it, but are you?
No. So I heard he was talking about Digi, even with the LA press
and the
conference.
family.
He was just like,
Are you bulletproof?
No. Like legit, because I went through it during Christmas and all those months after, etc. Like at that point, I was just numb to it. Like I've literally been through the worst of it, and it being so public and everything just made it even 10 times worse. But you can't get any worse than the worst. So at that point, I just it just felt calm about it. I was just like, all right, it's cool.
Public. Whatever. It's hard to do stuff in public when you're a YouTuber. Like, you've just gone public with your relationship not long ago. Like, that's not really a thing I would have thought you.
A little while ago.
No, but like, I don't know.
I think maybe Brian's only just found out about it. He was following Talia for ages because she posts no photos with you, but you post loads with her. Maybe Brian didn't know.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I didn't ever expect that from you, but you like really were like, this is my girlfriend. We're doing videos, like stuff together.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's dodgy when you bring a girl into the fucking frame because you don't know if this is going to work out, and if it doesn't work out, what if she fucking says stuff about you after the fact? Like, the sidemen have been very careful generally about that. Was this sort of something you considered before you made the decision?
I mean, we were dating for about 6 months beforehand, and it was like it was a hard decision to do. But for me, I don't feel like I have the enemies like he has.
I got plenty of enemies.
That's such a good line.
That's for sure.
No.
Very true.
No, you're very, like, you're liked, like, so you'd be good. But I don't know, I guess you had to weigh her up.
Yeah.
You had to weigh her up before, like, the loyalty factor, because some people just want to use you and just get that fucking Instagram.
Why are you looking me in the eye when you say that?
No, I'm just saying,
fucking bitch.
mate.
Hey, JJ.
Some girls just want to build an Instagram and go, right, I'll see you later now.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
We see YouTubers become victim of this all the time.
Yep.
So you must have known this is a good one, but I'm good.
Yeah, I still hope so.
It helps that she kind of has that talent the other way, though, I guess, and like it's not just like it's.
Yeah, she
people
can
don't look
sing.
at it. Yeah,
Fucking serious.
people don't look and go, "Why is he with her?" Like there is an actual talent. Do you know what I mean?
She's one of the best songs on the album.
Oh yeah.
Real
That's
name,
true.
yeah.
It was a good feature,
Was
wasn't
that
it?
weird for you having your best mate and your girlfriend collaborating on a song?
Yeah, a little bit of trust issues there.
You guys are in the studio awful late.
It was Randolph and Talia singing like together.
Yeah, but Randolph is.
Oh, Simon, man.
Yeah, he's never worried about Rand. He's like, yeah, sure, you can stay over and sleep in the same bed. That's fine.
Yeah, Randolph can sleep naked next to us. Well, good. It's fine.
I don't do Randy like
No
that,
offense,
man.
right? No, but you know what I mean.
Randolph's poor wife.
She has to sit there and take that in your honor, bro, if you're watching. Yeah.
Bearded lads have got to stick together. Do you know what I mean? I'm the same, but what can I say? Me and Randolph the same.
Yeah.
Oh God, I've silenced the whole fucking.
No, I don't think so.
This is where me and him helped each other out the other day during the roast. He dropped the line that everyone just was like. It was like a funeral, and I was like, finish him! Just trying to help Lawrence out because it was so uncomfortable.
Oh man.
I love those situations though when everyone's like really uncomfortable, which is why I think we like making True News is like I don't actually really care that much about what's happening on YouTube. I'm actually just like some of this shit's gonna be really funny that we're gonna say about this. But then that was what was actually really unusual for us is because we started True News around the time when all the like family stuff, Logan stuff, all that stuff was going on. It became almost uncomfortable for us covering it every week, didn't it? Where we were like, shit, this is actually serious and sad. And then post-Christmas.
We came at it from the diss tracks where it was like funny, naturally, and then it just gotten like
It's just
way
got
out of hand.
real serious.
Yeah. And then there's the whole Christmas thing and everyone was like, I think it's weird when people are looking in almost taking like pleasure in your pain.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's intriguing. People are intrigued by that because they're like, think, fuck, that's not me.
Yeah.
A few people have said that about me. I tell you, like, fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. You know how you asked JJ, like, why don't you just leave the other guys? He's helped us in terms of YouTube, obviously. I think we've helped him keep it fun.
Same as me and Lawrence. So,
yeah, I think you would have probably stopped by now. Not stopped YouTube in general, but you wouldn't be doing as much. Right?
Nah, not at all. Because like I've been doing it for so long, and to find like new ways to excite me, it takes a lot.
Tell us about it.
Suddenly you're wandering down a road. You don't know what you're saying.
At this point.
Do you ever get a bit sick of those like digs though, where it's like you're only here because of JJ or blah blah blah?
No, my first like 3 years on YouTube was just that.
Right.
So yeah, I'm used to it by now.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done it long enough that it hasn't happened. Deji's kind of taken that attention away from this.
Do you get that, Viddal?
Yeah, I get it a lot, but like I don't care. And you know, I'm like, I see it. I'm just like, okay, 1 million views is 1 million views.
Yes.
Like, that's how I look at it.
Logan
I'm
goes,
like,
what do you do? He's like, I use your name to clickbait me.
It's true. It's like, oh, you only got 1 million views because of JJ. It's like, okay, well, millions and millions. It's calm. I don't mind. But,
That's true. Not many people actually get 1 million views anyway.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter why, but it's there, innit? It's my name. It's calm.
Yeah, because you can put like we know this. You can put Sidemen and KSI in the tags or whatever, and
We do every week.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but the point is, you don't always get the 1 million views. So there is something else.
There's so many pro boxers that can't just get 1 million views.
Yeah.
Just like that. Like,
Well, pretty much every other pro boxer.
yeah. Like there isn't really. Besides AJ, maybe.
Yeah, and AJ will get it, but only when something goes wrong.
Exactly.
Like for the Ruiz fight, but before that, he wouldn't have been getting millions of views.
Does it frustrate you though, because you are also a talented boxer and a talented trainer, and you've got your own talents?
No, it don't frustrate me because I know I have the time to prove what I need to in the ring. You know what I mean? It's like right now I'm doing what a lot of fighters don't do, which is build the brand outside. And like I know I can fight. I'm always improving. So when I get back in the ring, I'll just prove everyone wrong.
I was really surprised because we obviously got to see you guys like preparing a little bit before the last fight as to how, I guess, like what a sweet relationship you two have got. And I don't mean that in like an undermining sense. I mean
It's weird though because he's younger, but he's your big brother.
We flip roles though. We flip roles.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
I've heard him talk about your chef and stuff like that.
I'm surprised she wasn't here tonight.
Wait.
She's a lovely lady.
Oh shit! What do you mean?
No, but he's just like, you need to eat better and yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a boss. I heard. Was she bringing you like
You
lasagna
trying to
for
fuck
breakfast?
us over here,
No.
you piece of shit.
I'm not done yet.
She's here right now. But like, I really thought it was very. There's not many men who have relationships where it's like there's someone who's actually taking care of you and is actually being like attentive and nice
Look
and
what they're
thinking
doing.
about.
Look what they're doing. to us.
Eddie came to you guys with that DAZN money, which is the fuck ton of it, and you and Logan are like, we can't do this ourselves and make that kind of money.
Well,
so let's take it.
Logan's team did fuck all. They just didn't know what was going. Like,
'Cause you left it on them to
Well,
sort
we left
out
it on
LA.
them to sort out their own event, and they were just like Jeff is useless, man. Jeff is like, have you seen the guy? He literally looks like he doesn't know what he's doing 24/7. Like, he's just this shriveled little guy, and he's just like. But like, yeah. So we were just trying to get it sorted, let them do their thing. Nothing happened. That's why the fight just didn't happen when it was meant to happen. So we were like, all right, let's try and sort it out through Eddie. And we had Eddie. We also had is it Showcase?
Showtime.
Showtime. Wow.
To Showtime. We're also talking to who else were we talking to?
ESPN maybe.
Either them or another. So pretty much one of the big ones. And we're all just like going back and forth. And Eddie just made the most sense. Yeah,
He's a guy, isn't he?
Literally the most sense, and those add up to dollars. And
Is it a 50-50 split between you and Logan?
Yeah.
All right, fair play.
Yeah.
And
Your feet
is there going to
go
be a
up a little?
belt, like another belt? Are they making like a special
I
belt?
hope so, because I'm not taking that belt.
No, you
Fuck
want
that. That belt is too big, man. It's so annoying.
That's
You want
the
that nice
wrestling
new
belt. We
green
don't want
belt.
it.
Well, hopefully they make it like not even green, like something.
I heard they're getting a customized belt.
Yeah, it's something sick.
fucking diamond player button right in the middle.
Yeah, oh my god, that'd be nuts.
what are you going for ring wear wise? Because both fights now, you've probably been the better dressed of the two. I'm not kidding.
I thought it was an even match on the last one. Actually, I thought Logan's like, that black one was sick as well.
Well, I thought that was good.
I think it's hard to make black look bad.
Yeah,
Yeah. Pavarotti.
I've got this sick.
Lawrence just went Pavarotti.
Wore a lot of black.
Oh, he's just a fat man in a black suit.
But he wore a lot
Leave
of black.
him alone. He's dead.
He's dead now.
Sorry.
You can't stand the dead.
But the Union Jack looked mint. I like that.
No, I obviously had to represent the UK.
Yeah.
But with this next one, it's I'm going for something that just looks unique, like something that will glow in the dark.
Oh,
yeah, so it's like it's gonna be all dark, and it's just gonna see me just like shining, like all black and red, and it's just gonna be look nuts. I'm gonna have a mask. It's gonna look fucking peng.
That mask last time was pretty
Mate,
intimidating.
I'll never forget. We're ringside. Everything is on point.
Oh yeah.
I think actually at that point Ryan stopped commentating and just went, "Oh!"
That was honestly, that was the best YouTube song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That bang.
And
That
the
bang,
beat as well. Mate,
The music
so
video
That
was
made
so
everything.
good.
That just set the mood, man. That set the
made it
mood.
nuts.
Even Logan wanted to come out at that.
Yeah.
Was that good?
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
How does it feel when you're on ITV and Piers Morgan is just like sucking you off for like 5 minutes?
Sucking me off.
Like Piers Morgan's a bit of a weird.
It wasn't sucking me off.
Nah,
at
but he
all.
It's
knows-
kind of a weird one though.
He
isn't
knows
it?
you're the king of the internet, so he does
Yeah.
everything he can to be like, oh, my mate.
He does this thing
Well,
where
he
he's like,
was-
he's black and he's young. I better get with him. Like
no,
it's
he
kind of
was-
weird.
It's
It's true though, isn't it?
I think he's just he's quite competitive. So
No
like,
shit.
He's
Yeah.
just
What's he smell like?
I don't even know, man.
Money.
Why am I smelling?
Well, you going for a little like what I smell good. Like what's Piers Morgan smell like?
You asked the weirdest fucking question.
But I don't even know what to say for that.
This podcast is gonna bang.
No, it's true that like, I'm just curious because it's interesting because seeing YouTubers out of context is really weird. Like I'm used to seeing you sit in your bedroom, bed in the background, like headphones on, you're watching something. Like I'm used to seeing that. So see on TV always feels a little bit weird, but it's even weirder when you're sitting in a living room with like your dad and your dad's like, "Have you met that one?" And it's like, yes, I have, father, yeah. But
Quite a few times.
but then they're asking all these weird questions to you, like how much money do you make, or all those kind of weird things.
I guess on TV they kind of just they're still trying to understand it all.
Yeah.
Because it's all quite new to them. Whereas for us, it's just we've been doing this for so long to the point where we're just, I guess, sick and tired of it. Say the same thing. But yeah, like I remember back in the day when they would ask that question, how much money do you make? Like you're doing FIFA videos, how much money do you make? Blah blah blah. You're on the Forbes, how much money do you make, etc. So like to see that it's still the same question after all these years, kind of shows how far TV's gone.
Yeah,
They're giving up. They know where to pick
people always ask that question. People always ask that question.
Yeah.
What's that for you when other boxers talk to you? Are they saying shit like that?
Yeah, they think I'm rich because of YouTube. Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, you get all them views. I know you're rich. You don't even need to fight. I'm like, I do. I do need to fight. But
Do you know what CPM is? Yeah.
But no, it's no one's business really, innit? You just got to do what you got to do, man. Hide your money, make your money. Cool.
I do find it kind of weird because it is like a lot of other boxers say a lot of crazy shit, and like other fighters say loads of crazy
Did
shit.
you see Errol Spence in his Ferrari?
Yeah.
Man,
He's okay. They're saying he's alright.
I can't believe he hasn't
No
got
broken bones.
Fucking lucky.
Nothing.
That is
Crazy.
Ferrari's the best.
Listen, he has to become undisputed now. He got a chance because that is mad.
But
How
I-
many
Kanye West
careers
shit.
have ended for less?
If anything,
And
it kind of like, because I was just like, oh no, like now the Errol Spence versus Crawford fight,
Yeah.
it's going to be pushed back even more because of this. And I was just like,
Push way back.
yeah,
To the point no one wants to see it. But no, it's all good now.
yeah,
so.
I'm glad he's fine.
Have you do you enjoy watching boxing?
Yeah, I love it. Like before, like I used to not get it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember when I watched the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. Everyone was going on about this is the fight of the century. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's huge. And like to the point where I actually, managed to get into the arena to watch it.
Wow.
And I was watching it. I was like, this is the most boring fight I've ever seen in my life. Like, no knockouts. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, none of this makes sense. They're just hugging. Like, they're just like tapping each other. Like, I don't get it. Obviously, now I fully understand how like the levels are, like, and how like just insane Mayweather is. Like, it just shows like how smart he is defensively, and to be able to just slow down Pacquiao who's always just work rate, and to manage to like bring him right down to, I guess, Mayweather's level and make Mayweather fight his fight. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and
now you're going to train in his gym with his family
Yeah.
for a fight
Man.
in LA.
yeah.
How fucking... You talk about mental. This is what you've done in your life. I feel like I should come out with a red book. Do you remember this? Is your
Yeah,
life?
this is your life.
I don't
I'm
know
the
if
only
you
other
watch
person
that.
who remembers it. Yeah. Now, when you're watching, because I was sort of going to ask you that, do you feel like you've educated JJ? Because he's talking about
this is
looking
the
at someone
thing.
else's plan, unpicking it. That's not
the
something that just
advantage.
happens overnight, is it?
That's the advantage for the fight, is that his IQ is high and he's understanding the sport. Like, I can do maybe 4 defensive moves without someone throwing punches at me, then ask him what punches were coming at me, imagine what punches were coming, and he could name all of them. These are the things that are going to make the difference in the fight, because he's now seeing things clear. Like, before it's like, JJ jab, why? Just do it, because we ain't got time to learn why. Now it's like, okay, distance, okay, that one's going to take a bit of air away. Like, he's starting to understand all the uses of the weapons. So
even something
is going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Even something as simple as you move to your right.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, why are you moving to your right? To avoid his power hand, or
stuff like that. Like, he gets it now.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so much.
How many times have you watched that last fight?
So many times. And
Can I say I'm sorry for the commentary? I didn't know.
They watch it on mute.
I think I've watched it about 6 times, you know.
Mate, I've watched it like, man, I can't even count.
You heard it when Lawrence goes, finish him off.
I got carried away. I was like, finish him!
I'm looking at Lawrence going,
Neutral, motherfucker. Yeah.
I think it annoys me like all the time watching it, because I'm just there like, I'm so shit. Legit, like,
That's his words, not mine. That's
I
his
was
words.
just, like, so shit compared to where I am now. Like, I just know so much more. I know what I should have done. I should have just... There's so much... I mean, I don't want to say here, like, everything I... Like, all his strengths and weaknesses, etc. But, like, there's so much I should have done and I'm going to do. And, like, I just felt like back then I was just complacent. and I just felt like I knew way more than I thought I did. And
Viddal we seen Viddal getting angry.
In
those first 2 rounds, like,
Yeah.
what was that like? Because you got a great relationship, and all of a sudden you got your mentor screaming at you.
That's the thing. Like that's again our advantage. Like Shannon Briggs is a former world heavyweight champion, so obviously he's gonna have knowledge. But he don't bond with Logan how I bond with JJ. So certain things I can just look at JJ and go, just do this, like, what's wrong with you? And then all of a sudden it clicks. Whereas like I don't think they have that relationship. It takes time to build that.
I think the last bar showed that.
The last bar, it's just
you told me to do a certain thing.
That's it.
And then I was just like, oh fuck.
Because obviously we got Leon on the team, and JJ listens to
what
what Leon's saying. But then certain things I can just go JJ, because it's been that long.
There's another thing in football where like a Champions League footballer couldn't necessarily manage an amateur football team, like, because you've come from that background, you might be more suited to this level of boxing than Shannon would, because he's so far removed from elite, where we're here, the level that we're at here. So maybe that is an advantage in itself.
Yeah, because like I'm removed from it, but I'm not that far away to remember what I was being taught, not so long ago.
Exactly.
So that's where the youth comes into play, because 5 years ago I would have still been boxing, still been learning loads. 5 years ago, I don't know what Shannon was doing.
Oh my goodness.
Really trying to sell those t-shirts.
If Logan does win, Shannon's going to be in your face. Honestly,
I deserve that one. I don't care.
Simon, during the first fight with Logan, obviously, I remember the first round and thinking, holy shit, Logan looks confident. He's doing really well. The confidence that JJ came in with was like, he's going to walk through this. And then all of a sudden you realise, oh, Logan's here to stay. What was that like for you?
Watching him fight is the worst. Like the Weller fight, I thought he was losing the whole time. I'm sat there like, one punch Weller does, and I'm like, he's out.
Yeah, Simon is the worst.
He's done.
Yeah.
And then obviously I watch it back, and I'm like, yeah, Weller didn't throw a punch. So the Logan fight, I'm literally after 2 rounds, I'm looking around, I'm just like, it's done. Like it's
so even when I was boxing in Dubai, Simon's day, he's like, oh, good luck, man. And you can see he's just like, I'm nervous. I'm like, go sit down. Like,
you actually said that to me, didn't you? He said about you. I think we were sparring or something. Yeah. Simon is the most nervous of all of the friends.
100%.
He's just like, I don't want to see him get hurt. I don't want to see him get hurt.
Yeah, we need one of the lads to just cuddle you throughout the whole thing. It's going to be okay.
Man. It's horrible, because I get nervous obviously when I do other stuff like the charity matches and stuff. I think it's actually worse watching someone else, because I have no control over that.
And you're pretty good under pressure. Like, you scored from the halfway line and shit.
You scored a lot of good goals.
That game I threw up before that.
Really?
Yeah, in the changing room, because I was bricking it.
Wow.
Isn't that kind of strange? Because like, I mean, we just walk in and do whatever we want, but like,
there's a new one.
Everyone's there to see you do well. Like, everyone's there to be like, most people in the arena are like, he's so beautiful. Like, no one is there going, I hope he fucking dies. Like,
no, it is different, but I get it though, because they're different mentally, aren't you? You're very different people.
Yeah. Like the Weller fight, you were nervous. We had breakfast at the house. And everyone was there. He was dead quiet.
Yeah, we've seen that in the documentary.
And then as soon as he got to the crowd, he was there like, oh, okay, let's go. Whereas I would have been the other way around. The morning of it, I would have been like, it'll be all right. See the crowd, and I'm like,
shit.
It's a bit of a drug, this crowd thing, isn't it? I must admit, because even when I went out there and felt them cheering, for me, just to say your name, I was like,
it's a good feeling.
That's what might get me in a ring, motherfucker.
This was the first time as well. I'm not to always take it back, but like, this was the first time since everything that had gone on for you where you didn't know necessarily how the public saw you or felt about you. So when someone goes True Geordie, they could have all been like, boo.
Woo, we don't like his DMs.
Boo. Like, what could, like, but instead there was probably like the second biggest cheer of the night.
Probably the loudest cheer.
It
was fun.
It was crazy.
And then you just walked so cool with the glasses.
Do you know what it is? Those glasses fucking, they were Ray-Bans as well. I bought them back.
I saw a fan like tweet saying that thanks to the glasses.
I said said to Loz before, I had half a bottle of whiskey. I was like, should I throw my glasses out? That would be fun. And he was like, but throw them like that.
So
and
we a few times we were like, I was like, nah, throw them differently. And Brian's there pissed out his face in the middle of the dressing room, just going like this. And I'm like, no. You got to go a little bit less. And he's like, you're right. This will look cool. I was like, he looked like he was in a fucking stripper.
But when I get the belt off next to it. When I looked out, I was like, this crowd are miles away from the press area. So I was like, I'm really gonna have to fucking throw this. Yeah.
Oh man,
we nailed it. So generally speaking, I want a little prediction of what round you think this is going to end in.
Round 5. Wow. Yeah. So
I changed my mind, but I'm not gonna say nothing. I changed my mind on that.
You two have different predictions.
We assume that he's gonna come out quite strong and fast and explosive because he's there. Like, it's 10 ounce, no head guards. Fuck it, let's go. Like, I'm probably gonna catch JJ, and that's it. It's gonna be easy. That's why I keep saying round 1, round this, like decapitation, etc. So he's gonna go ham for maybe round 1, round 2, and then if that doesn't work, then he's fucked. And then he's just gonna gas out. The muscle is gonna weigh him down tremendously, and he's just gonna struggle to move. And I guess he's gonna maybe write off round 3 and 4, and maybe try and hope to come back in round 5. But I think by then I would have done so much damage that it'd be curtains, and then just end him. So that's why I'm saying round 5.
Going back to Joe, what's your relationship like with Joe after all of this? Because it was so bad at one point because of the little things you did in the run up and some of the things he said.
Some ways he took it as well.
Are you let that go? Is there always going to be a little something there?
I don't really care.
Because Sky have reached out and asked him to commentate for the fight.
Oh snap!
And he rang me and he was like, I've told them to get you. And they're like, yeah, but the DMs are a bit of a problem for having him commentate. And I'm like, you do know you've got Logan Paul fucking fighting. Like, no offense, but like, of all the things that's happened, he's at the top of the list. And I'm somewhere down here. You know what I mean? I didn't. No one was harmed in the making of my sexual messages, bro.
Some pink eye, but
if you didn't want Joe commentating, you could have that, and yet
I was fine with it. I don't really care too much like what he does. I'm like, it's working out at a point where it's like, I did my thing, and now it's his life, it's my life. Now we just move on.
But I respect that though, because you're allowing him to still.
No, I wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't hold a grudge. Like, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't normally hold a grudge. If I do, like, it takes a while. Like, who was the last person I had a massive grudge with?
Goujon Daniel.
Yeah, probably Goujon. Where I had the longest grudge, and then eventually I was just like, why? I forgot why I hate him. Yeah. Like, it's just like.
Do you think how successful you are makes it easier to just let shit go?
No.
You're in such a position of happiness and power. True story.
What a lovely way of summarizing.
Well, I mean, I think it probably plays a part.
Because I know when my life's going good, I can forgive people for all sorts. But when I'm struggling, I'm like, I fucking hope you die. You cunt.
And I imagine Joe probably wants me to get beat. Like, if like somewhere deep inside him, he kind of wants me to.
I wouldn't blame him in a sense because if someone fucked me up, I would feel the same.
Just so he can see, so I can see how he feels. Or how he felt when I beat him.
I know that obviously this, in your mind, isn't even a possibility in terms of like, you've done the work and you feel very confident.
Yeah.
But if you were to lose, career-wise, how do you feel that affects you moving forward?
Pride-wise and ego-wise, it'll affect me quite a bit. But if anything, it'll just make me even more of a beast. I think, like, either way, I'm going to be like a beast. Like, for me, I've always told myself it's not about winning. It's always about, like, maybe if you get beat, how far you can go. I mean, what's the phrase? Like,
I feel like you're saying about the journey itself.
No. It's you can get beat, but like, it's how you come back. It's how how strong you come back. And like, for me, it's always making sure I can come back stronger. So me leaving in 2017, just because I was just like not in a good place, I was just depressed.
That was right after our podcast.
Yeah, I was just like, I just wasn't feeling right, and
we really
Fuck
took
this
you
True
fucking
Geordie.
low.
Nah, I remember that.
But then I came back stronger than ever. Like, and then if anything, I just became even more popular, even more relevant, even more etc. Like I just that's how I am. I always feel like I'm always gonna come back stronger. Like okay, I lose to Logan, then I'll be like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a pro fighter. I'm gonna beat other pro fighters. I'm gonna beat other people, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, I beat all these people. Fuck it, like Logan, if you want to rematch, like that's like my mentality.
Is that already decided? Like, if you didn't win, you'd go again.
I feel like that's how I am, because I feel
he's going to be the same, and I feel like we might be looking at a trilogy here.
I think it depends on how this fight ends.
I think that's it. Yeah. But like that thought is so far back in my head. It's like that's me.
It's interesting for us to know, though. Do you know what I mean?
But like there isn't a day where I'm after a session, I'm there like, I feel great.
Yeah, I've trained with this prick. I've trained with him before.
There's
hard work.
There was times last year where I was like, I actually feel right, like after a session.
Yeah, it's long now.
That must be disappointing as a trainer when you're like.
No offense to Dida, like I love Dida.
Well, you trained at home last year.
Yeah.
For the last 2 fights, every single training. Well, all your PT sessions were in the house.
Dida is obviously not the same as we're talking about the Mayweather gym here. We're not talking about the same, are we?
And or even Leon, like I said, I love Dida so much. Like he's taken me so far. Like where I was at the beginning and where Dida took me, like I will never forget that, because he has done so much for me and he's allowed me to be in the position I am today. I needed to take it to the next level, and that's why I got Leon. And Leon, like, he is ruthless. He doesn't give a fuck. He's there like, if I'm
like, Well,
if I'm there like, bro, I'm dead, I'm done. Leon's like, no, you ain't. We working. We going. Keep going. Let's go.
Literally.
If I'm there like, I can't do any more pull-ups. He's like, shut the fuck up. You're doing more.
This is the same guy who threw a t-shirt in heavyweight champs.
And looked gleeful doing it as well. It was like he was like a little pixie, like pulling these t-shirts out.
Like he is a machine.
Oh,
yeah.
No, he's ruthless. He's ruthless.
Enjoys like
watching people in pain.
He enjoys working out. He enjoys like putting himself through pain himself. Like he enjoys it.
Yeah.
So like I needed him to take me to the next level, because I myself, like, I just work hard anyway. So I needed Leon to push me to that next level, to turn me into a psycho, to a killer. And then Viddal just helped me with the boxing technique and boxing IQ, and just just making me just a complete boxer, and making sure when I come into this next fight, I'm just levels above anything anyone ever thought. And people are going to be like, shit, why did I bet money on Logan?
Yo, think about it, like his conditioning is already amazing.
Yeah,
we've got Leon that's smashing it from the strength and conditioning side, but then we're going to Vegas to train with Larry Wade, who's also in camp with Luis Ortiz, who's preparing to fight Deontay Wilder. So he's going to be on the track with world champions. Badu's preparing as well, so he's going to be training alongside world champions for 3 weeks solid. He's going to see their mentality, little tips that they they use. It's like they'll throw it in and say, listen, do this move instead of that. So we're in a camp where we're surrounded by the top guys in the sport. That's going to make a difference.
Your cardio is going to
it's going to be much.
Logan was sat in front of me.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Logan was sat in front of me, and I did say, like, early rounds, people are going to expect Logan to be the stronger, but the later the fight goes, like,
that's it. Yeah.
For me, unless there's a freak punch, there's only one winner. The later this fight goes on, it's if you can survive that early onslaught, just the
onslaught, and I expect
hell,
that.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
it's going to be
I'm expecting him
dangerous.
to just go ham, because he's got all that muscle, he's got all that mass, all that power. Fuck it, let's go. Let's see what happens, and then he's going to realize, I'm a fucking machine. Like, you can't fucking move me. Like, I'd say with the last time I was tentative. I was just avoiding shit. Now I'm not afraid to get hit. Now I'll stare you in the face and be like, you punched me and that did fuck all. Now I'm going to punish you for that. And Logan's going to see that, and it's going to scare the shit out of him.
So I was saying to Jay, like everyone has a breaking point, and once you find it, that's it. Some people it takes a bit longer than others. Joe's breaking point was very low. Logan's is proven to be higher, but in round 6 we nearly found it. If there was a 7, we would have hit it.
Yeah.
So it's just finding his breaking point in this fight and then crushing it. And that's what we aim to do.
You make a compelling case.
It's exciting. I'm ready for it.
It's amazing because every interview that we do, it swings one way, and afterwards you're like, wow, Logan was standing on the table. Logan was doing this. And you're like, it's confident as
need to
fuck.
stand on the table.
We don't need to do that.
Right.
We don't need to show like, oh, do with this or doing that. Like, I think he's just doing all of that shit to cover that he's nervous. And I think he hates that I'm not showing anything. I think he enjoyed that last time because he was able to go, oh, okay, look, he's doing this. Okay, let's work on this. Oh, he's doing this. Now he's got nothing. And now, obviously, like, he's not showing shit himself. But I think that's nervous energy. And to hide that, he's doing all this flamboyant, crazy shit just to hide it.
In the press conference, I felt like Logan was being... I think in terms of confidence, he came across as more confident of the two of you. When you got to the face-off, you started talking.
Yes.
And he didn't talk.
And he was just silent.
And I was like, oh, JJ's talking lots of shit and he's not saying anything.
But
what did you feel from that?
I was telling him, like, you know you're fucked. Your main coach is Shannon Briggs. He's Are you serious? Like, I'm telling him, like, I've got a mad camp in Vegas. I'm literally training like with champions. I'm training like a killer, and you're not ready for this. I'm literally a completely different boxer. And I was telling him all of this, and he was just looking at me like trying to just not take it in. But I could tell he was taking it in, and I felt like he was there like, oh shit, like this is different. Like compared to the last time. Like last time I was all funny and, you know, it was like a comedy show. This time I'm serious, and when I'm serious, shit gets done. Well, that's what I mean. Like
well, no, fight week you see everyone's true emotions. Because you normally have the press conference, the public workout, all that. That's when you really start to see everyone's behavior and who's truly been confident from the beginning and who was acting. Because when you know in 3 days time the guy you've been dissing, hating, steps on them scales in his best shape possible, that is when you really get
that was the Weller
emotion.
moment for me when I looked at you and Weller not face to face and it was like, oh shit.
That's what I'm saying. But before that, when you was watching Joe and what bite, you would have thought, oh my god,
are you screaming and shit?
And the sweat's flying everywhere, and everyone's like, have you seen this? I'm like, I don't need to see it. And then at the weigh-in I was like, oh, there you go, that's it.
That's pretty fascinating.
I feel like we should wrap it there, lads.
Really?
I feel
like we're just getting started.
It's fucking great to hear what you're saying, and I know we're going to get an absolute classic fight. This is going to be next level.
It's going to be sick, and like I think it's amazing what YouTubers have done. I think because I've been there from the beginning, with like Hutch and C Nanas, and even people before that, Blame Truth, etc. And to see us as a community go from there to where it is now, I think it's insane, and I'm just so happy.
I've got one other question before we finish. Because I'm looking like what YouTube is, and you remember you see like old TV and the guys later on in like one day you're going to be on some fucking show when you're 50 years old and you're going to be talking about me and Logan throwing punches in the Staples Centre, and Logan's going to be old as fuck. You're probably going to be sat next to each other laughing about it.
It's true though, isn't it?
Genuinely, this shit's going to happen.
You never know.
We're going to use this clip and go, he's seen it coming.
We'll be there with our kids going, I remember when I almost commentated that. That would have been so good if we'd been invited to LA.
Looking like Santa Claus. No, when you look back at this though, how do you think you're going to view young JJ fucking taking on the world and punching someone in the face in front of millions of people?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll just be proud. I'll just be proud that, I had a mentality where I never gave up. I always had people telling me, you can't do this, you can't do that. And, I always felt like an outcast in my life. And to finally to tell people, fuck you, I don't care what you think, I'm gonna do my own thing. And now people see me as the inspiration and the leader, essentially, I guess. I think that's pretty cool. And it makes me happy. And I think it also makes me happy that I'm able to bring my team with me. I think, doing this by myself would be quite lonely, but to have my team around me, like, I think it's just the best thing. And
the whole of the UK is proud of you, man. All right. Good luck. Good luck, Viddal.
Thank you.
Miniminter's going out there. It's going to be a great show. I can't wait for it.
No, not for the camp. Not for the camp.
Yeah. You in Vegas is dangerous, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, all that shit. Thanks to all the lads for coming on. Appreciate it. And we'll see you later. Nice one. Thanks, guys.
Oh, no, pleasure, man.